Hello and welcome inside the ACU TV or studio for this week's Optimist Newscast. My name is Emily Sullivan with Carrie Johnston with sports in just a second. Our top stories this week include the start of Greek life rushing, ethnos, and the start of Wildcat basketball. This is the Optimist Newscast. Rushing season will begin this weekend and continue through the remainder of the fall semester. To start things off, ACU will host an all-fraternity rush in the campus mall on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. The all-sorority rush will take place on Sunday starting at 1 p.m. in the amphitheater. To start participating in pledging, students must fill out the registration form and complete the hazing training. Both were sent to eligible students' emails. The 30th annual Ethnos took place over 2 shows this past weekend. The Optimist Elena Wilmson has more on the production.
This weekend, ACU celebrated the 30th anniversary of Ethnos at the newly renovated Boone Theater. Ethnos is a tradition known and loved by the community and ACU alumni. The production is a chance to showcase all the different international cultures that make up ACU. Freshman Tyler Thompson, who was a part of the African Act, explained why she thinks Ethnos is important.
When people can express their cultures through dance, I just feel like that's very amazing. And people came here, they trained and they practiced just to show us, just to bring their culture to us. And I think that's very important.
This year, Ethnos was extra special as it was the 30th anniversary of the production. Returning alumni not only got to see some familiar faces in the production, but also got to see some of the Abilene community participate as well. This year's theme was Our Heritage, as the production not only showed the future generation of international cultures at ACU, but took a special moment to hear from past alumni and the effect Ethnos has had on them. After the show, I spoke with returning alumni Takam Shanuki about his opinions on the production.
Me personally, my parents met about 30 years ago through this show, an event that happened in 1992. So it has a special place in my heart, and I think it's just so special because we get an opportunity to just celebrate culture inside and outside of America.
The production was quite successful both Friday and Saturday, with many audience members and ACU alumni saying, "It was the best production of Ethnos we've had yet." This is Elena Willman for The Optimist.
Thank you, Elena. Up next, here is Carrie Johnston, a sports update. Carrie?
Thanks, Emily. Volleyball went head-to-head with the Sam Houston Bearcats on Saturday. The Wildcats had a rough start as they gave up the first set 20-25. However, they made a stand and took a victory in the second set. The Bearcats came back to take the last 2 sets for a 3-1 win over ACU. Coach Elisa Blair said that in the end, her team had to come back Sam Houston's energy because it was their last game of the season.
Sam Houston came out fiery. It was their senior night, so I knew they were going to. They're going to protect their court at their highest level, and it was their last game of the season as well. So they kind of wanted to go out with a bang, and I told the girls before we even started the game that, hey, they're going to protect their court, senior night, their last game of the season. So they definitely seized the opportunity. We did not, but definitely not something that I didn't feel like our girls could respond back from. They're going to do a really good job this week, especially with how we responded against our game in Sam Houston.
ACU plays their final games of the regular season starting away on Thursday against UTRGV and on Saturday against New Mexico State. Both will be streamed live on ESPN Plus and WAC International. Football took on an I-20 rival Tarleton State on Saturday, which ultimately led to a 28-23 victory for the Wildcats. The game was neck and neck, and going into the fourth quarter, ACU trailed by 3 points. However, shift plays by the offense and good blocking on defense would allow them to score 14 in the fourth. The win secures ACU's first 6-win season since 2018 and a chance to earn a WAC title at home against SFA on November 19th. After the game, Coach Keith Patterson credited the win to the team's fourth quarter mentality.
I think it's just more so than anything, I think it's just our mentality. If you look at what we've done in the fourth quarter all season long, we've outscored our opponents, and we just finished the game strong. We go into every game with a 60-minute mentality that it's going to take 60 minutes to win the football game, and I think our kids just get stronger as we go, and I think they get more confident as the game goes, and it's hats off to our players. I can't say enough good things about them. Just no matter what the situation is, it just seems like every game that we've played all year long has been the same game.
Football's next game is away on Saturday at noon against Sam Houston and will be streamed live on ESPN+. Moody Madness took place on Thursday ahead of the upcoming basketball season. Students filed into Moody and received free food from Buffalo Wild Wings as well as free jerseys. Fans in attendance caught a glimpse of this year's men's and women's programs with appearances from head coaches Julie Goodenough and Brett Tanner. One lucky student attempted but missed a half-court shot for $10,000 before the night concluded with a faculty and staff versus student basketball game. For the first time since February 29, 2020, men's basketball won a game in Moody Coliseum, 65-56 over the Jackson State Tigers. ACU soared to a 20-point lead at half before sputtering in the second half on 7-28 shooting from the field. GSU cut ACU's lead to 4 before the Wildcats pulled away at the end. Tanner said he has a lot of people to thank this week for their support on Monday night, including the student body.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game, man. I mean, I think now what we have to make sure is that these guys come back. You know, first game, all that, there's excitement. Julie needs them, you know, on Wednesday, and then we need them next week. And then we go 2 weeks where we're strictly on the road. When we come back, we need these students here every single game. Like, I mean, the only positive to us losing that lead tonight was maybe the game became fun. You know, it didn't get boring. And so hopefully the students had a blast. I'm a man of my word. I know we had fun. I know we had that student section full. I'm going to feed them before the game next week. And if we can do it again, I'll feed them the game after that. But we got to fill it every time for me to feed these guys. But I'm so thankful for them. I'm going to be talking about that all week. And I'm serious. I'm going to be walking all over campus tomorrow just hugging people. I don't know if they're at the game or not, but I'm going to hug them and tell them I love them.
Guard Tobias Cameron, senior from Gold Coast, Australia, matched a career-high 18 points alongside 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Cameron gave credit to his experience in Tanner's system and his performance.
I'm a little bit of a vet, but being in those situations, playing big minutes, is still kind of new to me. But just the confidence the staff and my players having me, my teammates, they having me, really helps. And so I just kept trying to push through. And so I think that's what I'll do for the job tonight, as well as my teammates as well.
Their next game is a Power 5 road battle against Texas A&M on Friday at 7 p.m. and will be streamed live on ESPN+. Women's basketball will play its first game on Wednesday at home against Howard Payne. Tip-off will be at 6 p.m. in Moody Coliseum after months of preparation and behind-the-scenes work. Leading up to the game, head coach Julie Goodenough said that despite the team being ready for the start of the season, they still have a lot to figure out with new players and rotations.
Whew, you want to talk about new players? Yeah, come watch our team. We have so many new faces. You gotta learn the players, their names. So finding rotations, finding lineups that are good on the court in different defensive matchups, different offensive sets. You know, you just got to get a few games under your belt to figure out those rotations. I will say our practices have been super competitive. You know, our players know that, you know, like, you can't play 13 players every night. Like, you've got to earn your playing time and practice every day. And so it's been really competitive. But, you know, when the big lights come on to go out and play in the game, I think that's when we're really going to learn about our team.
That's all for sports. Thank you for tuning in into this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Carrie Johnston.
And I'm Emily Sullivan. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.